All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Gone! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now McKinnon. And some room to work. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon, 42 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
The toss. It's McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
No, check. Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Detroit! Watching that, Barney!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, this from 39. And Hauschka missed it. Line to the right. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play. A success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Gun now on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Allen now on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jerick McKinnon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for New England. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll set up to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. To throw on third down, Allen. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the Patriots coming out now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Room to run past midfield. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he gets it down to the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll drop to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Well, 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Back to throw here. High throw, but the catch is made. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Gone!
On third down, Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys were sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now back to throw. Out to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Single receiver.
And the blitz does come. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They run it with McKinnon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he spins past him and into space. It's a foot race. Past the 20. 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. The defense was expecting run. They got it. They just forgot to stop him.
Sometimes execution just wins, doesn't it? And give a lot of credit to the big guys up front because they knew they were running against a defensive front that was probably overloaded. And they had to find a way to create just a little bit of space, and they ended up creating a lot of space, and off he went.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to launch the... And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Kevin White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch quit. Watch quit. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On play action, Allen. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. The 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And it's a fumble, and the Bills have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. James has got it. Complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And now out come the Patriots. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
No, check, Patriot!
Here again is McKinnon. And some room to run now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Bills, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's the second round of the Madden Ultimate Team Playoffs. It's the coach in Orlando as we get you set for the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the London Bulldogs. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done. One
of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
Hurry up, here we go!
They go play action here on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they rattle off a big one. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Again, Jackson. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Bills. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Ricky Williams, 67 yards. And the Bills are in for 6. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. On second down, here's Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Bruce Smith in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander able to get him for a loss of about 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Throwing is Jackson. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jeremy Sprinkle, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right now.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he was at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
They start the drive with Lynch, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Ricky Williams, as time expires in the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Lockett the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about team